What is up, everyone? And welcome back to another indie horror game. Today we'll be playing a game called Cucina Stellata, Starred Cuisine. Let's get to it. I know I butcher names sometimes, so yeah. 19th century, somewhere in the countryside of Romagna, Italy. Oh. I've had the crash. It's Italiano. I'm sorry, because it's just like whenever we all mess around with friends. Italiano. Not to make fun of anyone. Great harm comes to those who let themselves be conquered by wine. Little by little, they grow nauseated by food and find nourishment almost entirely in drink. Thus, they degrade themselves in the eyes of the world, becoming ridicules, dangerous, and beastly. Pellegrino Artusi. Nope. So move forward. Yep, turn, interact. Okay. Give me 1 second. Sorry guys, I had to text. Had to text something, and now I gotta take a drink. Add the oil to the pan. Chop the onions and carrots and celery and then add them to the pan. Choppity chop chop chop. Chop the meat and add it to the pan. Boop. Pour the red wine into the pan. Oh, red wine, red wine. Oh. Grab the tomato sauce from the shelf and add it to the pan. It's an interesting style game. I like it. Place the tortellinis in the pot. Right in the notebook. They say the curiosity is dangerous. Is a dangerous trap, leading men into abyss from which he can never return. It is the same hypocritical world which claims not to care about food, that makes no civil or religious celebration without eventually spreading the tablecloth and trying to eat as hearty as possible. Therefore, I say, always choose for your raw materials the finest goods, for those will make an impression. And if this precise fruit of who knows where origin is as rare as I believe, it must cost as much or even more than truffles, but cautious must be exercised, with hope and fervor for hidden prayers already hold future sorrow. I am repulsed by witnessing, as they say, the desecration of God's grace, and yet indulgence appetites are too great. Oh my goodness, okay. Add the tortellini to the bowl. Plate the dish. Eat. It's a beautiful. Meals like these make me feel like a Neapolitite in the kitchen and in the arts of tasting. Not only the quality, but the sheer delight leave me astonished and my dreams fulfilled. Its sauce blends with so many dishes, keeping such excellent company that it's worth the effort to satisfy every curiosity and rekindle the fire on the stoves. To get back to work and plunge like a deep sea diver in search of the goodness and beauty I adore. I often say that one should only return to food when the stomach persistently cries out for help. Yet I inherited almost unbridled erotic instincts from nature, at times nearly ruining my health and everything else. Moreover, if man neither craved food nor experienced sexual stimulation, the human race would soon perish. So here I am again. Casserole, pots, and lids open your legs. Aromas of the undergrowth saute and braids of garlic, for I have returned amongst you. Okay, man, you're really loving this food. Grab the onions, carrots, and celery from the shell and add them to the pot. Add the oil to the pan. Get the celery from the, grab the onion, celery, and chop them and add them to the pan. Oh, okay. We must chop it all. I don't know what we're making, but... Go to the cellar and grab the cleaver and cut the meat. Oh gosh, bro. What kind of meat are you having, bro? Okay. That might be the alien we saw at the beginning, bro. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness, man. Oh gosh. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Okay. We're just a little freaky with alien meat. Okay. Place the meat on the cutting board and dust it with flour. Okay. So we're eating alien meat. Okay. Pour the broth from the pot into the pan. Boop. Pour the tomato sauce into the pan. Boop. 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 Right in the notebook. I quiver in anticipation and can barely restrain my restless, twitching fingers that ceaselessly torment my beard, as if trying to spread the resonance of a flavor that once passed through it. It is neither sweet nor bitter, nor sour nor salty. Perhaps it isn't even a flavor. Not really. It's satisfaction, an enchanting shiver that sneaks into the mouth and throat. Something slimy and indefinable that leaves behind a brutal echo, an aftertaste that never fades. There is no way to describe it, for no words exist to define it. A bit crazy. I'm sorry. It is certainly a flavor, but not one that human taste has ever experienced before, nor could it ever hope to savor. A shadow that does not exist on the world's taste buds, and that seems to fade eternally, alternately, and contrary on something within me. Even every other ingredient appears diseased, contaminated by its proximity, producing twisted fruits which I taste so warped that no one would ever dare try them, except those who, unbound by the dogmas and chains imposed by traditional cuisine, claim for themselves a flavor that is not of this world. It is like a painter's discovery of a new color, or a chilling nuance, one of that seems as though it had always been available, ignored in a remote corner of our darkened irises, atrophied, unaccustomed to surprise, and unprepared for shock. So my dude's just going on a whole trip after eating it, and he looks like he's gonna eat more. Chop onion and add it to the pan. Go to the cellar and grab the cleaver and cut the meat. Buddy, I'm sorry, man, but you're pretty tasty. I'm gonna like chop off some more bits of you. You know, we could have used his hand. Oh gosh, where you going, man? Oh, okay, broski. Oh my goodness. Can we just take out a liver? Sorry, buddy. Well, cut the meat and add it to the pan. No, we're not chopping, we're just cutting it. And we're making like, oh, we're making meatballs? Go to the cellar and grab the white wine and pour it in the pan. Are you alive, buddy? I think we... No, he's not alive anymore. Sorry, buddy. We promise you won't go to waste, though. Even though he's, you know, I still want to close the door. Add the broth to the pan. Running in the book. Once it was said that pottage was a man's fodder, but this one seems more like the fare of angels and devils' orgs, and mescal magalasse and maracule, spirits and essence of myth. I can't even read those words. I feel my stomach gnashing its teeth, eagerly preparing for a beastful feast. I listen to the ancestral call of hunger and distinguished every word it utters. Now the plate, now the colon, now even the bile itself, with its acidic tide, and still the shrieking taste buds singing their clear, piercing notes. As the pleasure unfolds, alas, a vortex rises from the depths of my innards, a force so impetuous and spadogic outburst that fills me with understanding and compassion for all those wild primitive beasts ruled by passion and the violence of flesh. I can't even read all those fancy words, man. I'll chop the meat. Grab the bread from the shelf and slice it. Oh, we're gonna make a sandwich, dude? Alright, spread the meat on the bread. Plate the dish. So we're just having like a sandwich. Or like toast. I'll try to read. But join us to the world of a trip, as the meat was so scrumptious and so much highness that we have achieved from the consumption of this extraterrestrial meal from outer space. Anyways, my word, certain laws lie hidden within the nature of taste, such that I could have never imagined. I feel every fiber of my body twisting and withering, seized by a new sensation with every bite, for this flesh does not belong to the earth, nor does its flavor confront to the human order. After a single meager taste, such as its power that all other food loses usual virtue, wine turns to water, bread crumbles into ash, and even the air seems laden with an impeccable scent. Nothing washes away this shadow upon my tongue, as if my very body were learning a new way to perceive the world, a way both wrong and forbidden. And yet, what is most terrifying, in the heart of this damp night, with my throat parched and my stomach emptying too swiftly, is that something inside me still longs for that flavor. Go to the cellar and grab the cleaver. All the meat's going to bad now. What are you getting now, bro? Okay, bro. Oh my goodness, man. Oh gosh. Going for the brain? Okay, man. Okay. You do you, buddy. I don't think we need to close the door anymore. Put the meat in the pot. So we're gonna have brain stew, huh? Right in the notebook. What misfortune, what ill-fated news. Oh wretched swamp, oh foul quagmire, oh unholy land that has sheltered me since I was a child. Have you no pity for your own children? You let no food stay wholesome for long, and this one, amongst all, so sweet and precious, you can barely stand abundance. I curse upon you. So bro, take the brain. This might be the last meal. Go to the cellar, grab an egg, and place it in the bowl. Place it in the bowl. We're gonna like bread it. Add the flour to the bowl. Add the oil to the bowl. Yep, we're gonna bread it, huh? Cut the meat. Ah, brain meatballs, okay. Oh, okay. Coat the meatballs with the batter. Add oil to the pan. Add the meat to the pan. And then these are meatballs. Brain balls, I guess. I cannot but entrust myself to fate. May this change in appearance and those vapors, despite the stench, enhance the flavor, as they do for grappas, seasoned cheeses, and cured meats. For I well known that spoiled foods at times hold unexpected effects. So dude's still gonna eat it. Yeah, dude's definitely just tripping balls, but hey, dude literally ate a whole alien. This time, the tasting was like a walk through the heights of summer, a murky, tangled path through a flowering garden, where the way was painted in color and breath fragrance like a dream. In that vast and luminous expanse, it seemed as if the entire course of my life flowed before me. The path opened beneath an arc of dented ivy. I made my way down a gorge through patches of light and shadow, stepping in where the branches parted on the pools of garden mocosa, and beneath the trees on my left, indistinct blankets of parageal primroses stretched out like a carpet. The air seemed to lay soft kisses upon my skin. From the deep belly of the wood came the cooing of wild doves, mingled with the warm gartekic garling and of welcoming brook. The ground there was so overlain with primrose that avoiding them was impossible, lost as they were in the digestive churn. The sweetness of the air and the green of the fronds dripping with enzymatic liquors among filled me with revenge. At last I emerged from that garden through an orifice of hedges and brambles, sweaty and disheveled like a man freshly torn from his mother's womb. Some of those words, bro. But wow, this is beautiful, man. Go to the cellar, grab the cleaver, and cut the meat. What meat, bro? I thought our meat was bad. There's nothing, bro. It's spoiled. Right in the notebook. Like, how long are the days here, or did they just spoil that quickly? In the end, it has left me alone, yet a new energy surges within me, flowing from top to bottom, carried like a ballast deep into my most hidden bowels. I myself, it seems, am changed. It is the simplest explanation, and yet the wretchedest one. Thus, why shouldn't I have become part of his splendid incense, a link in a metabolic chain that always finds its final rest in the vilest of excretions? Bro, we're gonna eat poo? Oh, hell no. Are you that desperate, bro? Use the bucket in the cellar. Oh, my dude. So this was a poo bucket? Oh, hell no, bro. Oh, broski, you're that desperate? Collect the feces. Oh, is this our feces? Oh, hell no, man. Oh. Chop the feces. Oh, bro, you're that desperate? Slice of bread. Oh, you're gonna make a sandwich? Oh. Hell no, broski, you're using a poop knife too. Oh gosh, bro, you're that desperate. Oh, bon appetit. It looks a little different. Yeah, it's not the same though. It's a little like... What a catastrophe. A sharp, biting taste, filthy as a guttered rag, a faded memory of its once pristine purity, perhaps too diluted. The spirit of tasteness and its delight has scattered along the way. Perhaps its grace and virtue have surrendered to the stomach, and from there to the flesh entirely nothing remains for me now, but to suffer to one last attempt. What do we have to cut? Oh, what the heck? It looks like we got teleported to a different place, though. What are you doing, bro? Oh my, okay, you're gonna cut yourself? You're gonna eat yourself. Oh, okay. Add the meat to the pan. That desperate to try and get that good cuisine, huh? I notice with a certain astonishment a twitch in my lashes and tears that blur my vision, and yet by some cruel contradiction my eyes burn like flames on dry stubble, scorched by their own dryness, like earth crackled by a drought, the very drought of the soul which has already drained every last tear before it can fall. And thus it happens that like who gazes too long upon the high sun, finding no heaven in the shadows of night, I feel myself consumed by fire without a single tear to quench the blaze. So no seasoning, no nothing, we're just gonna eat ourselves. It looks different, like bloodstreams now. Way different. I feel my vigor leaving me, yet I still breathe in the glory of the tasting. Little time remains, and I must make the most of it, so that my final work may take shape. God, spirit, or devil, whoever you are, grant me one last fateful taste. Grant me but a thread of oil over this tepid pottage, my very life. Gosh, bro, what are you gonna eat now? Oh, what are you? Ay, 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 ay. I think we just... Wow.